Garden IC copies. This is Firefighter James Wadland, assigned Station 66, and this is Report on Conditions.
This week we highlight a hazmat incident in the city of Temecula, and we hear some of our staff's New Year's resolutions.
Stand by for report on conditions.
Hello everyone, and thank you for joining CAL FIRE, Riverside County Fire Department's Report on Conditions. I'm Richard Cordova. Last week, from December 19th through December 25th, our firefighters responded to 3,787 calls for service, including 2,822 medical emergencies and 129 fire-related calls. Of the fire calls, 20 were vegetation fires and 28 were structure fires. Let's check out a few highlighted incidents from this past week. On Monday, December 19th, firefighters responded to a reported residential structure fire on the 78,500 block of Blackstone Court in the unincorporated area of Bermuda Dunes. The first arriving company officer reported smoke visible from a single-story residential home. Fire crews made an aggressive attack from the interior of the home as well as from the roof to contain the fire to the attic. In total, 3 adults were displaced, but declined assistance from the Red Cross. 1 adult was transported for evaluation to an area hospital. On Tuesday, December 20th, firefighters were called to a hazmat incident at the 28,700 block of Via Montezuma in the city of Temecula. Once on scene, firefighters identified an unusual scent with a yellow cloud emitting from a manhole cover to the rear of the address. Because of its location, the incident commander, along with the assistance from the Riverside County Sheriff's Department, placed an evacuation order to the immediate area until the cause of the hazmat could be identified and neutralized. All resources worked together for an extended period of time until the hazmat were resolved. On Tuesday, December 20th, firefighters received reports of a residential structure fire at the 14,200 block of Harvey Lane in the community of Woodcrest. The first engine to arrive confirmed a well-involved single-story family residence with fire showing through the roof. The fire was knocked down and contained to the building of origin in about 30 minutes. 1 patient sustained minor injuries and was transported via ground ambulance to a local hospital. The Red Cross was also notified to assist 2 displaced adults. On Wednesday, December 21st, firefighters were dispatched to a vegetation fire at the 56,800 block of 57th Avenue in the community of Thermal. The first arriving engine company officer reported the flames had spread to a single wide modular home, as well as multiple structures. Due to the various exposures and lack of water supply, additional resources were required to help extinguish the flames. Firefighters remained on scene for multiple hours to perform extensive overhaul. On Friday, December 23rd, firefighters responded to a residential structure fire on the 12,900 block of Tamara Drive in the city of Marina Valley. The first chief officer on scene confirmed a single-story, single-family dwelling with heavy fire and smoke showing from the front of the structure. After further investigation, the source of the fire was coming from the garage and attic, which is where it was later contained. Crews remained for an additional hour to perform overhaul, and the Department of Building and Safety was notified due to the compromised roof. On Saturday, December 24th, firefighters responded to a vehicle fire on northbound Interstate 15, just south of Nichols Road off-ramp in the city of Lake Elsinore. The first arriving engine reported a single vehicle well involved in fire. With quick work, the 2 engine companies extinguished the fire in about 30 minutes. No civilians or firefighter injuries were reported. On Sunday, December 25th, firefighters were called to a residential structure fire near the intersection of Emirate Lane and Evans Road in the community of Nuevo. The reporting party claimed that people were trapped inside, but fortunately, the first arriving resources confirmed that everyone was accounted for. With the help from the Riverside County Sheriff's Department and the California Highway Patrol, the crossings of Evans Road and Orange Avenue were closed so hose could be laid down. After about 15 minutes, firefighters contained the flames and stayed for an additional hour to perform mop-up.
I got what it takes.
I've got what it takes.
I've got what it takes.
do you have there, Dan? Oh, Dan, be careful. Consumer fireworks are very dangerous. Thousands of people are injured every year. Going to try again, eh? Look, Dan, wouldn't it be safer to just watch professional displays of fireworks at the park or on TV? Come on, Dan. Did you know that on a typical Independence Day, more fires are reported than any other day of the year, and that half of those fires are caused by fireworks? Life isn't a cartoon. Don't use consumer fireworks. It's not worth the risk. Learn more about it at nfpa.org.
"2023 is just a little over 3 days away. Let's check in with some of the department and find out what their New Year's resolutions are."
Hi, my name is Alyssa Tovar. I'm a Fire Communications Dispatcher 2, and my New Year's resolution is to become a master at a new sport.
My name is Oscar Goggins. I am a fire apparatus engineer, and my New Year's resolution is going to be not to be on the wait list this year.
Hi, I'm Brianna Gonzalez, and I am an Office Assistant 3, and my New Year's resolution is to be more active.
I'm Carlos Rodriguez, Riverside County Fire Department Assistant Fire Marshal, and my New Year's resolution is to be a bit more mindful and try to take some time to myself and relax.
Every holiday season, our on-duty firefighters bring the festivities to their stations while still keeping our residents and visitors safe. That's why we're giving this week's shout out to all the firefighters who worked this past weekend. Let's take a look at how they celebrated the holidays.
That's going to do it for this week's Report on Conditions. To stay up to date on current incidents as they happen in Riverside County, be sure to follow us at CAL FIRE RU on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Did you happen to capture any pictures or videos of our firefighters in action? If so, send them our way at rrupio@fire.ca.gov. On behalf of CAL FIRE, Riverside County Fire Department Public Affairs and Community Education Bureau, I'm Captain Richard Cordova. Thank you for watching and have a happy new year.